let's get straight to the point. I'm going to convince you to finally play Project Zomboid with these 5 killer reasons. But before we get to that, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It really helps us make more gaming content for you. First reason, and this is the biggest one that hooks most people, is every decision in Project Zomboid matters. This isn't one of those zombie games where you can just run in guns blazing and feel like a badass. Although there's a mod for more guns, but we'll get to that later. Here's what I mean. You make too much noise, whether it's sprinting through the street, breaking a window without thinking, or even just chopping wood near your base, and suddenly you're surrounded by a horde. The sound system is brutal. Zombies hear everything, and if you're not careful, it will go south fast. Then there's your stamina. You can't just swing your weapon non-stop. Sprint too much while looting, and you'll get exhausted. You'll end up moving at a snail's pace, and your attacks get slower and weaker. One bad chase, and you're out of breath, stumbling while a horde closes in. Speaking of injuries, you get hit once and it affects everything. A wound on your leg slows you down. Pain in your arm messes up your aiming and melee swings. Heavy bleeding? Don't bandage fast enough and you'll bleed out and die within minutes. And the scariest part? Infections. One scratch, just one bite, that's often all it takes. You can disinfect and bandage it, but there's still that terrifying chance the Nox infection gets you. You'll be watching your character's health bar for days, hoping you don't get the dreaded queasy moodle. In this game, death isn't just game over. It feels permanent and heartbreaking, especially if you've already invested hours into your run. This is what makes Project Zomboid very special. A tiny mistake, like forgetting to close a door or pushing your luck just one house too far, can cascade into total disaster. It's tense, it's stressful, and it's incredibly rewarding when you actually survive because of smart decisions. Number 2. Deep RPG-like character progression. You'll level up real skills like carpentry, mechanics, cooking, foraging, tailoring, and even trapping or first aid. At the start, you're basically useless. You can barely build a wall, your cooking tastes like garbage, and fixing a car feels impossible. But as the days pass, you slowly get better. You go from struggling to nail 2 pieces of wood together to building a solid, fortified base. From basic, low-nutrition meals to making proper meals that maximizes fullness. What makes it even better is the trait and occupation system. You can start as a fireman, a policeman, a veteran, a carpenter, a nurse, a mechanic, or even a burglar. These choices completely change how your run plays out. Because of this, you never feel like an overpowered superhero. Instead, you feel like a battle-hardened survivor who earned every skill the hard way. Every single run feels different because of how you build your character and what skills you choose to focus on. Reason number 3. Endless replayability with sandbox mode. You want absolute hardcore hell? Crank zombie population to maximum. Make them fast and smart. Reduce loot to almost nothing. Turn on seasonal changes. Even add random injuries and tougher infections. You can literally tweak everything. From zombie numbers, to their strength, to their speed and behavior, to loot abundance, weather, seasons, and day length, starting locations and difficulty. This means you can create completely different playstyles every single time. Want to roleplay as a lone wolf survivor hiding in the woods? Go for it. Do you want the ultimate challenge where one mistake ends everything? You max out everything and suffer. On top of that, the map is massive. You have tons of different starting scenarios and the game is still actively getting updated. Because of all this customizability, you can play Project Zomboid 100 times, and it genuinely never feels like the same game twice. Reason number 4. The ultimate one more day addiction. Project Zomboid is dangerously addictive. Your typical day goes like this. You wake up at sunrise and carefully plan everything. You need to loot for supplies, barricade your windows, tend to your farm, read skill books to improve your crafting, find that generator magazine before the power dies, and maybe even set up some traps. Every minute is scheduled. You sneak into a house, and suddenly, a loud alarm blares out. Your stomach sinks, not because someone might just call the cops, but because every zombie in the area just heard their dinner bell, and they're all coming running. That constant tension between careful planning and total disaster is what makes the game so addictive. When you finally survive another week, clear a new area, or successfully expand your base, that feeling of relief and accomplishment is unmatched. And here's the dangerous part. You'll tell yourself, just one more hour at 2 a.m., and suddenly it's 6 a.m. and you're still playing. You'll say, just let me finish this base, just to realize 3 hours later that you're still tweaking one wall while the sun is coming up. It's that perfect loop of preparation, tension, and hard-earned satisfaction that keeps pulling you back in. And finally, reason number 5. The incredible modding community. This might be what keeps so many people coming back in 2026. Project Zomboid has one of the best modding communities in any survival game. The developers actively support modders. Because of this incredible community, you can customize your playthrough even more than the already deep sandbox settings allow. Want more realistic survival? There are mods for better injuries, realistic car damage, advanced plumbing, and proper electricity systems. Want completely new gameplay? Add new weapons. New professions. You want better quality of life? Mods that improve the UI, add better hotbars, or traits, or fix small annoyances. As I've mentioned earlier, you can add more guns to Project Zomboid so you can turn it into a hardcore military simulator. It's really up to you. This means even after hundreds of hours in vanilla mode, the game can feel brand new again whenever you want by adding mods. In short, the sandbox lets you change the rules. But it's the modding community that lets you rewrite the entire game to match exactly how you want to play. So those are my 5 reasons why Project Zomboid is still one of the best survival games in 2026. The realism, the depth, the replayability, the addiction, and that god-tier modding scene that keeps it feeling fresh year after year. So, which reason convinced you the most? Have you tried any insane mods? Drop your longest survival time or your must-have mod in the comments. If you're starting a new run tonight, smash that like button and subscribe for more survival game content. I'll see you in the next one, and try not to die on day 1.